Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you tuning in today. Not the spiciest of days. We've had some beautiful green candles, some very inspiring rallies, and today's a little bit of blood. So, not expecting the hugest viewership, but we got the best people here today. For those of you tuning in for the first time, we are live here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every single week for 5 years straight, giving you the best information I can give you. My only goal is to help you succeed. I'm not using you as liquidity. I don't want you to buy my rugs or whatever. Hopefully, a lot of you out there have gotten value from this channel. We're going to keep on doing that through the boring times and the interesting times, and today might be one of the boring times. So, as the title says, are the bulls back in control? Or are they not quite yet? So I'm going to answer this question for you today in our analysis to the best of my knowledge. Remember, everything I say is just my own analysis. No one knows the future. Make your own decisions. That's my goal here. So let's kick it off with two things quickly. We are very rapidly approaching the Bitcoin conference. I will be there. If you want to come grab a beer with me, hang out. Link in the video description below. Grab your tickets. You'll get a discount using my link. Be a good time. But much more importantly, today something happened that made my year, made my decade. Been waiting for this forever. And here we go. Mr. Craig Wright, forced by the courts to tweet and pin this message on his socials and at the top of his website. Legal notice in all caps. Dr. Craig Stephen Wright is not Satoshi Nakamoto. On May 20th, Dr. Stephen Wright was found by the High Court of England and Wales to have been dishonest in his claims and have been the person behind the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin. He used to have creator of Bitcoin in his bio, does not anymore. I will say I hate that courts have to decide this for us, have to be the pressure. You know, that's not very Bitcoin of us. However, this guy has been falsely claiming to be Satoshi for as long as I can remember. In fact, even going after sites, I think even Coinbase, anyone who had the Bitcoin white paper posted on their site, he tried to sue them to take it down based on copyright. And the court disagrees. The court said, I don't think so, Mr. Not Satoshi, fake Tashi. You guys know I've been a critic of him for a long time because of these claims. And certainly a court doesn't get to decide who is or who isn't Satoshi. I'll give him that. But we knew, this community, you've heard me rant about this for a long time. It was very obvious to me. Basically this, Satoshi is a anonymous or pseudonymous person. They created Bitcoin and didn't take ownership of it. None of what he was doing makes any sense. Suing people to take the white paper down, claiming you're Satoshi, all these things are very anti what Satoshi is and what he stood for. Anyone who claims to be Satoshi is lying, period. It's not just Craig Wright, it's anyone. There's a definitive, uncontestable way to prove it, and that's sign a message on those keys, on the Satoshi wallets. Satoshi himself would know this is the only way to prove he is Satoshi, or they're Satoshi, and has not done so, nor will they ever. In my opinion, you guys know, I think Satoshi will forever remain anonymous because it doesn't make sense with the Bitcoin movement. The whole point is to not have a centralized source of power, no CEO, no boss, no president. And so it's part of it. In the off chance it ever does happen, I think it will be terrible for Bitcoin, but I have full confidence that will never happen. Ever. Not in our lifetimes. Maybe 100 years from now, they'll reverse engineer and figure out who it is, but it won't matter. The best thing Satoshi could be is honestly dead. I don't wish harm on him, but there can never be a president of Bitcoin or else it just unravels the whole thing. So I don't know if you guys are as excited as I am about this, but I have been waiting, and man, that tastes good. It's a good feeling against the lips. Love it. Hopefully you guys are as entertained as I am. So let's get into some analysis here. Bitcoin bulls showing their muscle. July shaping up very differently right now. Let's start from the monthly time frame up here. Check it out. After trading down to, let's say, 4 or 5 month lows, hitting $53,000. Look at this bottom wick. Beautiful, beautiful bullish action there. Beautiful buying pressure. You're seeing bids come in. You're seeing whales, I guess specifically, bid up this candle. Remember, it has been 15 days, but this month seems like it's been a year. We had Germany. Remember that? Remember Germany sold billions of dollars of Bitcoin? There you go. On the chart right here. That's Bitcoin absorbing billions of dollars. And not even just that, the FUD and just the psychological damage of a major country liquidating their Bitcoin assets. On top of Germany, Mt. Gox has now released, I think it's 65% of their claims to Kraken and wherever else they sent them. Again, being absorbed, being shown on the chart here in real time. All of that FUD, all of that selling pressure. Bitcoin now at a green monthly candle, potentially painting a beautiful hammer. I would love to see this close green. Any close above, where is it? 62.6, going to give us that green candle on the monthly. Obviously higher, better, but that hammer candle going to give very good vibes into August. So at the start of this month, we were looking at 67.5, basically June's open. For the last 4 months, this has been an extremely successful strategy. Basically, just target the previous candle open. So let's say March into April, 61.2, bam, hit in April. April into May, open of April at 71.2, hit. Again into June, hit. So what are we waiting on this month? I think the bulls will continue to push price up to 67.5. Retest the previous month's open. Now, the title of this stream is a little clickbaity and a little spooky, but it does have some reality and something for us to look at. Bulls are showing great strength at a time where that strength is not only needed, but really under the most pressure. I think the 67.5 target very, very likely if, guarantees don't exist, but man, really high probability. What we need to see for bulls to be fully back in control is a close on the month, I think, above that number. Close a bullish engulf, paint a hammer candle at the monthly time frame, and I think bulls have retaken the reins. But this is on a bigger time frame. This is the month. On a small time frame, we're going to zoom in. We're going to see a few more obstacles in our way, and this is why I'm hesitant to say bulls are fully back in control. Let's get in. Let's get in here. I think it was 2 weeks ago at our monthly low, we were looking at 2 or 3 things. 2 or 3. One, a lot of you might remember this, the weekly Bollinger Bands. We had lost the 20 week. We had sought out the bottom band here, and commonly we find support. We got a bounce as we were hoping for, and that bounce brought us to a rather spooky area, not just on the week. We'll go in further, but the 20 weekly or the middle of the band again. So while this is great, and while I'm excited, we have this hurdle here. We have to get above the middle band. In fact, obviously trading 72 or higher is going to be much better. Let's start pushing that back out. But commonly, rejections can happen this way. And this has been on our radar. I'm always bullish, but price isn't always bullish. Something like this, a rejection here, could spell a retest of our lows. And it could then, if it breaks, give us much lower numbers. I'm not calling for this yet, but this is what is on my mind. And there's more confluence here than just the week. So don't get sold yet. There's more, baby. There's more. Ichimoku Cloud on the week giving us some bully signals and also a little bit lower target, which I like here. The test of the Kaijun, beautiful. Bounce, retesting or breaking through the TK, the green line here. A close above is going to be a signal of strength for the weekly time frame. So a little bit lower than what we were looking for on the Bollinger Bands, but it gives us the idea of how important this area of value or this zone is. Using our fib tool, we'll see that our 618 sits roughly right at all these values. There's so much confluence. This is really the make it or break it area, in my opinion. Going down to the day, let's get rid of this channel. I don't need this here. The day is maybe the most in your face about what I'm talking about here. Into July, after losing the 200, I kept saying over and over, guys, there's probably another opportunity. If you're not short or head short, if you're worried, there's probably another opportunity to get a position in. That position at the time was 66K. Did we hit it? Yeah, actually, there it is, boys. We actually hit 66 perfectly. Sick. Nice. We did hit it. But more importantly than just 66,000. Again, our 618 Fibonacci retracement level. But more importantly, these moving averages above. So Bitcoin is doing a really typical Bitcoin move here. Testing the 200, a major daily moving average, and then moving back to the previously broken 50 and 100 daily. Lots of liquidity here. It's no surprise that we're seeing these candles do a little will they, won't they dance. Flushing out late longers, baiting in shorts potentially. We'll see. Right here, you can see the struggle a little bit. And this is why I'm hesitant to say we're fully back in control at this point. Moving higher or through these levels, I'm going to feel a lot more confident. Today's red candle, while it certainly has killed off excitement, and we see that here, I mean, we got like 250 viewers. Wow. Whew. That's low numbers for us. Bear market numbers, baby. It's all right. We got the best people. It has killed excitement. Things were getting pretty spicy on yesterday's close, and today's candle could still close in a similar fashion. You can see this long wick down was bought up before the daily close, and it did close a hammer candle, just hasn't really played out yet. We do have a higher high. Our low has not been broken at 62.4. Losing 62.4 today would be a pretty bearish signal. But even today, with our red, this sell-off brings us just back to the 50-day. So we did test these briefly. I don't think it's a full test as resistance. We've broken through them, and potentially what we're seeing now is retesting that resistance as support. I think it holds. I think we're going higher, but oh man, it is a spooky place. That's what we were even saying on the way down. This sell-off doesn't scare me. When we get back up here, this is where it can get very spooky. This kind of sell-off doesn't tend to indefinitely run. We see retracements, etc. But when you get something like this, that is when things really can hit the fan. So my fingers are crossed. All of my prayers are being sent. Hold this level, Bitcoin. Hold this zone. Push higher, retest our highs, and potentially see a new all-time high this month. I don't think that's off the table. I tweeted that in the beginning of the month. And I'm still in that opinion that I think we still are very probable to see a new all-time high into August. You know what? One thing, sorry, I know I'm kicking a dead horse here, but that Craig Wright thing, I forgot. I really wanted to show you guys one more thing about this tweet. One more thing. So there's your boy. Bet it feels good to finally get this off your chest. Respect, brother. The most sarcastic, the most trolly comment I could think of that I hoped he wouldn't hide. He hasn't blocked me yet. I don't think he's hidden the comment. If you guys could help out, I'm going to put this in the chat. Give it a like, give it a comment, try to boost that up. My goal is to ratio him, and we're about 2,000 likes off. So maybe a lofty goal, but I think with the power of friendship, we can get it done. Power of friendship. All right. So I had about one more time frame to show you. 4 hour. Let's get rid of some stuff here. 4 hour is looking good. In fact, this move up was, I don't know how you could describe it any other way than parabolic. Parabolic. Higher highs, higher lows. The highs were stretching out. They were reaching higher. And even zoomed in here, not quite knocking us out of that low time frame parabolic move. I don't love these red candles, but we haven't broken our low here. We still have structure intact that could pick back up and look similar. But if we do continue to see sell-off, which wouldn't surprise me, I think there are two logical levels we might look for a bounce. Now, 62.8, again, I don't want to see that today. Maybe into the weekend or something wouldn't be bad, but today that'd be a pretty crappy price to see. Lower, down here on the 4-hour, we can see a pretty clear resistance from our candle closes, and that even can drag over farther as support at the end of June that was broken. This is a very significant level on the 4-hour time frame, but I'd say on a bigger time frame. And looking at our moving averages, I looked back a little bit, and I noticed that last time, let's see where this is at. Last time we had this play, basically, where we lost the 200, traded below it, broke it. We did get a little back test on the 200 4-hour moving average before moving higher. This was right after the ETF sell-off, etc. So if we have something that looks like that, if history rhymes here, we might be looking in this area, basically between 62.6 and 60.1. Provided this doesn't happen soon, as I'm hoping and expecting, we'll see our 50 move up. We will see a golden cross on the 4-hour, and that might be an attractive place for price to go test. So by the time that happens, maybe somewhere in the middle here, there's no perfect way to identify where that'll be at the time, but that will be hopefully a nice bullish signal that will lead to continuation and upside pressure back towards our all-time highs. Fibonacci retracement, let's just slap this on for my own sake. At 0.5 down here at that level, our 618 beckons lower. I'm hoping we don't see under 60K again. I think that is possible here. A lot of wicks here on the 4-hour at 59.5, back tested, moved higher. That's the 0.5 retracement. But as you can see, we really have not retraced at all on this climb. We didn't reach the 236 yesterday on our sell-off or whatever you want to call it. So this has not begun retracing. And again, still not retracing unless we see 62.9 before a higher high here locally. So this move is still intact. It seems the only thing it's really managed to do is kind of shit on sentiment. Shit on sentiment. I like that though. It's a good thing. It's a good thing when that happens in a rally. I wanted to show you guys funding rates. Funding has been mildly negative. It has flipped back to still what is considered bullish, but not negative. 0.004, about half the rate it usually is across the board. And what I'd like to see over the next few days is price continue to inch up and funding continue to notch down. This can set us up for a nice short squeeze. Speaking of short squeeze, where are you at? Liquidation heat map. Let's go. We've got quite a few shorts above us. Let's take a look here on CoinGlass's liquidation chart. Zooming it in. This always makes my computer lag like crazy. At 72.6 to 73K, we have like $27 billion in shorts waiting to be liquidated. That could set up for a hell of a squeeze. I don't think we've even ever seen that many shorts stacked at the exact same price. Kind of crazy. Where is this liquidation map? There it is. This is what I was looking for. Onto the 30-day. Where would this be? Huh. Weird. Cumulative short. Oh, because it's Binance. This isn't all of them. Why can't I get all of them? They change this crap up so often, I barely know how to use it. All right. Well, this is not saying the same thing, so I'm not exactly sure why. I'm going to guess this is not an aggregate of exchanges. I don't know. I don't know here. I had a good point, but I guess not. Thanks CoinGlass, throwing me a sneaky here. One last thing. So talking about sentiment, and this is important today, specifically, because that seemingly is all that has changed versus yesterday. Price is relatively the same. We're really in the same condition. I guess maybe price isn't moving, so sentiment is dropping. Fear and greed, while this metric is deeply flawed at best, it does have some goodies for us. We hit extreme fear a few days ago, July 10th, 11th, 12th. Fear and greed was down in the 25 dumps, and it did pretty closely mark at least a local bottom. We have seen that creep back up into greed. So what would not surprise me based on sentiment is today, maybe we do close red. Maybe we trade mostly sideways. And then probably we will see this reset again, at least down to neutral. Depending on the close, it may even push down into fear. And if that happens, I think that we will have a very strong upward signal into the rest of the week. Yeah, it's crazy. 69. So it went from 65 to 69 on what? On this? On nothing. This is where all the greed should have been. Greed caught up with price. Read between the lines. Maybe we see a little scary, spooky move. Get that fear moving again and then resume the rally. So this is painting out pretty cleanly on the day and on the thumbnail. This is the last thing, and then I'm going to vibe with the chat and do some other charts and stuff. Move to the 50 and 100. What might we see? Maybe at worst in the bullish scenario, moving back to the 200-day, finding support and breaking through those moving averages if we continue to find resistance here. What is nice is, again, we may be painting an inverse head and shoulders, which is the thing you've heard over and over and over and over and over again. Maybe this time it's for real. Like, how many times have we heard this? So, inverse head and shoulders here. 1. Inverse head and shoulders here. We were looking for this. 2. Here we go on 3. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. I think the market is getting us numb to the inverse head and shoulders rhetoric, because I've heard it so many times now that I kind of just dismiss it too. What would be really annoying, and maybe the path of most annoyance and pain and suffering, would be another one. God help us. God help us if this happens. Another one. Wouldn't this be wild? What if we get another one? And that takes us all the way into the end of the year. And then finally that breaks out. That would be, hold me, fam. That sounds terrible. No matter what happens, this is my wrap up, and then we'll get to the chat and charts. My wrap up. No matter what happens, whether we follow the bullish path or the bearish path, I 100% believe that this was not the top. We have lots of reasoning for this. We've gone over it week over week over week. The biggest one for me is total crypto market cap. This is not the top of the bull run. No matter what happens between now and then, we are going to see higher prices on Bitcoin. To not see 100K, honestly, this year seems hard pressed. But let's even say into next year, I almost cannot believe a future where that happens. Nothing I know lines up with that. We're gonna see higher. We just don't know when. Judging on the last few weeks, I think that could be this month. Hi guys. 100K, I mean, it's possible, but let's get to an all-time high first. All-time high first, and then we can start thinking about higher numbers, right? So there we go. I do have like one more chart that I definitely want to talk about, and I know some people out there are going to be looking at it today. Ripple XRP making a move again, but is it time to get excited? I'm not really sure. I bought XRP at 50 cents back in April. I sold some here at 61 cents this morning or yesterday. I don't remember. Filled at some point. But I'm going to go more in depth on this chart, and we're going to see if anything looks different versus, I don't know, the boy who cried wolf chart. Rally back to the same price. Rally back to the same price. Is that going to happen again? My gut says yes, but I'm going to look at the chart and get a fair take. Gold hit a new all-time high this morning. It's trickled back off in gold fashion. It never seems to be exciting. Screw you, Schiff. By the way, random thought. Remember when Peter Schiff tweeted down here about Bitcoin? Literally Pico bottom. Bitcoin was 53K. It's in the tweet about how gold, I don't know, gold stronger than Bitcoin, blah, blah. Pico bottom. Schiff, again, well played. Well played. He seems to have shut up now. He'll probably be yelling about gold again soon. Last thing, dollar. A lot of the strength we've seen in stocks and I think in Bitcoin coming from the dollar again. It was looking a little sketchy at late June. Here today, beautiful move on the dollar. You gotta love it. Retested 104.1, lower high yesterday. And today we finally see the dollar break down from this multi-month support, multi-month low, and send it to hell. Let our stocks, let our crypto pump. Dollar, just take the knee, bend the knee, man. But I think a lot of this green we've seen is a direct result of the dollar weakening. Cool beans. So we don't have to necessarily do XRP next, but we're going to do it today. Before we do that, I have not looked at the chat this entire time, and for that I apologize. You guys know I always got to get through my little thing. We're 25, 30 minutes in. I kept that shorter. Here's what I'd like from you. I'm going to be in the chat. I'm going to be looking at what you guys are looking at. We're going to take some requests. What you could do for me right now. It'll cost you nothing. Could you hit the like button? Subscribe. Make sure the bell is enabled. Then I want you to put a message in the live chat. Let me shout you out. I want to see who's here. I want to know who's here today in the boring times, through the thick and thin. The real G's of this channel are here today. So I'm going to give you guys a moment to put them in, get your message in. I know there's a delay. Get that message in and shout everybody out that I see. I see 𝐂𝐡. How you doing, baby? How you doing? 𝐂𝐡's here. Always good to see 𝐂𝐡. There it is. I see a mercy received. Interesting name. There's got to be a story there. Ace of Hearts 420, my guy, you get the salute. The first one here in the chat. He's still here chatting. Andre Van Wyck, B Frank Crypto, Berengar Crypto. My man, you've been chatting it up in the Discord. Something else you guys can do, jump in the Discord. It's free. Great chats there 24/7. Never stops. And if you sign up with any of the partners in the video description below, you'll get VIP access in our Discord. It's free, baby. It's all free. Bitcoin Black Belt, Brad Gadriel, BTBP, Chinggis K, Christopher Abbott, Christopher Huffman, 𝐂𝐡 again, Crypto 420, Crypto Shaped, Crypto Stevo, Fisher, Digital Real Estate, Dren, Majeku 1, Dry Heave, Dylan Bronson, Frederick C. Gromer, 𝐒𝐳 Healing with Maya, Eco, Intune, Gabe, what's up, Gabe? Jan Glisten, J Day, Jericho Steele, Johan Mobile, Jeronicus is here. Good to see you, brother. What are we looking at? Ken Pachi, Kenyo 32. Oh, it just started raining. Cool. Hasn't rained here in forever. KGD, Kraken Pipe, Chris Pax, what's up, man? How's your channel going? We're back to bear market views, baby. Lars Larson, Lawrence Lee Cable, Luhan, Steamcamp, Moggy Games on Twitter, X, Michael Flottery, Mylan, M Ninja Forth, Money Badger 420, Muzz G, Netstar, Obi-Wan, One with Nature, Paul Wood, Freak, Positive Flow, Aura Lee. We got another lady in the chat. 𝐂𝐡. Onboard Aura Lee, get her in here. Positive Flow, Randy Abbott, Randy Greer, Razor Sharp, Real Bossman, Ricardo, Rigo, Roro, Save with Crypto, S Broken, Scott Murphy, Scottish Crypto, Sean, Skiing Roster. We only got 300-ish viewers, but all of them are chatting, apparently. Sumer, Stymie, Sin, Taylor, Pickle, Tillin, Tony. And I'm sure there's a bunch more I missed. What's up, fam? What's up? What are we looking at? What are the charts to be looking at? We're going to look at XRP here. But what else is there to look at? What has got your attention today? Making trades in the trenches, baby. I'll be honest with you guys, as I always am. That's the one thing I am. I'm not always right, but I'm always honest. I have not been making many trades, realistically. I do regret closing my long. I bitched out of it. I told you guys when I bitched out of it. I regret it. I regret it. I opened some at like the 50, but man, I should have kept it open. Is what it is. Nice shirt. Thank you, friend. What's up, Long Mountain? Jasmine GALA. Dude, what is in my nose? My allergies are terrible. Dogecoin making a nice recovery. What's up, Tony? Or they're lying on numbers. Which numbers? Eco, how you doing, man? G-Man, let's go XRP. It's doing something. Has there been news? I'll tell you this. If news comes out about Ripple, about XRP, like meaningful news, in the next 24 hours and whatever, right? In the next short time period, if we're still seeing green candles, I'm selling the rest of the bag I bought at 50 cents. XRP has this habit of rallying news and then just crapping. If no news comes out and it keeps rallying, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it higher. What's up, Obi-Wan? Beach day, lucky. I wish I was at the beach, man. Curious on Gala. Hepe, AVAX. Did AVAX hold 32? Probably look at it. What's up, FUD expert? How you doing? Kaspa. Look at Kaspa. Sol BTC, only for you, Bad Baptist. STX, BTC, ICP, Kaspa. FET, Turbo. Josh, has FET changed? Didn't FET and Ocean and there's an FTM maybe? I don't know. There was like 3 of them that were going to merge, or was it not part of one of that was going to merge? That whole thing was confusing, and I said beware of it. Sell the news or sing the blues. I like that. I like that a lot. Doing good. Thanks for asking. Me too. Actually, I'm very stressed, but that's okay. I'm moving in August. I got the Nashville conference coming up. Ooh, good news, by the way, guys. I did receive a ticket/invitation to go to the Litecoin conference in Nashville. About time, Litecoin. About time. Oh, well. So I'll be there, I think just the first day. I'll, show up. I'll show up. Some AI tokens merge. Yeah, which ones, though? Which ones? FET. AGX in Ocean. Merged to ASI. Still has the ticker FET. Weird. That seems like a long trip for nothing, doesn't it? Let's take a peek here at XRP. Ju? Maybe. Let's take a peek at the XRPs. So XRP has made a nice little rally, but it has not really gotten anywhere. I took profit at 61.8. Probably could have done 62.8, but basically just back to April's open here. This thing, man, it seems allergic to making higher highs and lower lows. This is the biggest just flag in crypto. It is one giant flag. This isn't even the whole history. This is just Binance. Litecoin, XRP, man, they're the same chart. Not the same thing, but the same chart. I'll show you on the full view. Look at this. Forever, it has been painting lower highs and higher lows. That could mean it has one of the most epic breakouts ever, moons, or could mean it loses its low, loses its support, and comes on down to 2014-15 levels. I don't know. I'm hoping, even though I don't like XRP really, I'm hoping it breaks to the upside and moons, because if it does, then I think Litecoin does too. Not like cause and effect, but Litecoin has the same setup of, many years ago, low trading prices flagged up and just has been stuck in there forever. So if you're an XRP, if you're an XRP maxi, good luck. But this is possible. It's possible that you see this break to the upside, and the upside numbers are wild because of the difference or the price movement from its all-time high to low. You get some very crazy upside extensions. We're talking double-digit dollars extensions. But let's not get there yet. The real question I've had on my mind, or had today, is this rally going to continue? So let's zoom in. Let's take a peek. Trading and closing above 62 or 63 cents. I'll take that. That's going to be a good sign for me that this is going to potentially seek back out that 75-cent mark, maybe even $1 from back in 2021. At the moment, closing below 63 on the quarter and probably into the month as we go down. Just going to be more of the same for me, at least for now. There it is. Yep, on the month, running into that monthly resistance, quarterly resistance. It is at the precipice of doing something very spicy. But we should be warned that we've seen this before. It looks a little different, but we've seen these big moves really time and time again with XRP. It's getting very hard to even even think maybe that a rally will continue, but that might be a good piece of evidence in our analysis of very hated, very doubted rallies. They do eventually end up surprising you. Very heavy resistance up here. 60, 69, we'll call it 70 cents up to 75. You can see that from many monthly attempts and rejections. I'm not excited quite yet, XRP. Maybe if I zoom down a little more. Onto the week, we briefly traded out of the wedge. Can be seen here, or flag, whatever you want to call it. Briefly traded out of it, and when I say briefly, I mean 7 weeks of pain. This looked terrible. Broke down, hit 38 cents, bullish engulfed last week, and man, I mean, it's got some momentum here on the week. We're seeing a little change of vibe, at least for now, but dude, it just rhymes with all these other candles. Get these huge candles, and it just spends the next, I don't know, like 10 weeks going right back down. Right back down. But the good news, back inside the wedge, this was danger territory down here, and market pushed it back into where it needs to be. Trading below 54-ish, I'm going to say very bad. Very bad, especially a weekly close below 54 will be kind of a death kiss on this rally, in my opinion. Holding that 60, at least for now, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the weekly momentum. Pretty shitty, but it is starting to shape up. That VWAP, very erect. Money flow, gumdropping, making our really soft, circular giggity. Money flow, low there. I like that. You're not likely to find divergence really on your oscillators at all from that low because you broke all of your lows. It was a very violent low. So, I mean, if you can find an oscillator that didn't make a lower low on that low, I'm impressed. I'm not even going to look. This is just like a fool's mission right now to look for. On the day, let's take a look. Man, that was ugly. Let's see the moving averages. These moving averages, they're in play again. You guys will see me kind of favor indicators from time to time. It's usually like in a phase. It'll be for, I don't know, a few weeks or a few months. And then you'll see me really never look at them again. And it's not because I'm not looking at them. I am looking at them. But let's say something like a moving average. There are times where they're just not super relevant. Here's a really good example. When XRP was back here in 22, very relevant. Price action very constrained by the 200, 150 moving averages on the day. It rejected from the 50, and look at this whole expanse of time. 90 days where you're just moving away from them. These were not valuable to you. They might have been used as upside targets if you thought you were going to get a real bounce, but in the same nature on, let's say Bitcoin, I've been using them a lot. I wasn't using them so much as we were just hanging out above them. When we're doing these parabolic moves, we can say these are below us. So if we see a sell-off, let's look for support there, and that makes sense. But you can't use them in the same way that you can use them when price action is like imminently interacting with them. Anyway, I like what it's doing here on the day. So this is the best take I have for it. Tested the 200, pulled back, much higher low, strong low there. Broke to higher highs, and now you're above the 200-day. This is going to be where I'm looking. So I did say below 54 is probably ugly, but I'm going to go against that logic here. And I'm going to say if we see XRP move back to its 200-day at 55 cents, that could be a decent long, at least to the resistance we discussed, 70 cents up here. This is a big boss for XRP. Closing any kind of candle above 70 cents is going to be a very bullish take for it. Very bully. 200 weekly even. Wow. I think I can say even this week closing above 60 is going to be potentially game changing for the short term on XRP. I don't want to say I'm bullish on it, but potentially into the end of this year, game changing. Wow. All right. Keep going. I look forward to it. LuxAlgo caught it at 47 cents on the day. LuxAlgo, our loved and respected sponsor, the #1 indicator company creator in the world on TradingView. Use my link for a free trial. Anyway, also giving us on XRP though on the day, the long signal close. Let's see how that looked. 33% gain, and it's saying that this buy signal, or the long signal, actually it was down here at 45, is closed now. So it is bullish. It remains bullish on this rally, but suggesting perhaps that a position could be closed in profit that had been taken. Let's pound out some charts. I saw Kaspa. Kaspa has not filled our long. Lame. But it's still looking phenomenal. Looking phenomenal. One of the strongest charts in crypto. Tapping on that door. Tapping on that 20-cent door up here. Higher lows each peak. Higher lows. Over and over and over again. This trade at 15 cents may not be optimal anymore. It still would technically be a higher low, but it may not be optimal. What I think we should be looking for at least a short-term trade, would be likely just to 17 cents. 17 back to 18.9. Keep painting those higher lows. Keep eating away at the resistance up here, 20 cents. Let's call it 20. And you have yourself a beautiful pattern. Beautiful pattern. If we can break all-time highs, but likely will be dependent on the market. We need to see Bitcoin moving. We need to see crypto moving to get those big, expansive upside moves. But if we do, 28 cents, looking juicy. 35 cents, not out of the realm of possibility. If we see everything turn around. I mean, if there's a chart that's going to do it, man, Kaspa definitely looks like one of them. 17 cents, I think. Yeah, I think I'll modify this. I'll just add another trade. Nice little scalp here. 17 just to 19, 18, 9, something like that. 2 to 1, not my favorite RR, but we'll take it. Metis. What's Metis, Hardick? Vet line in my pocket. Adam. AIOZ Taylor. Only for you, brother. Only for you. AIOZ. AIOZ. I think we had a chart on this. Monthly battle and monthly resistance. It is like the last resistance you have, though, in AIOZ. 88 cents. Looks like we pushed that up to, we'll call it $1. It's going to be major resistance here. Got support on the month down at 15, which is a hefty drop. Not necessarily calling for that. But if it comes, I would even say 25. That was back tested on the monthly, though. I think my headphones turned off. I need to get new headphones. These are new headphones, but I need newer new headphones. These are apparently very quality, but they just don't work well. I don't understand. Love the AIOZ chart in a sec that we have. Let's get a fresh take. On the week, order block on the weekly right here. 30. 28. I like that low wick, though. So you have this low on the weekly. I don't love that LuxAlgo has given us the support to resistance flip. It's a pretty bearish signal. But on the week for our local, March move, our retracement is pretty perfect right here. 38.8 cents. Pretty perfect retracement. Right to the 618. Right to the golden FIBO. Do like that. Golden FIBO. Let me, what were my old thoughts on this? Hopefully not completely conflicting. There it is. There it is. I gotta trust myself more. Pulled up our chart. I don't know when we last looked at it. Boom, baby. 38 cents. Filled, not stopped. 11 to 1 risk to reward. I think that's a little too greedy. Let's take a peek. A little bit too greedy there. Position taken from 38 cents, depending on how confident you are in this coin, in this position. 55 cents is a pretty decent place to look to shave off some profit if you want to get out of this. That is still a really solid upside return, almost 50%. And we can see our weekly order block here likely to provide some resistance. If we look farther left, you'll see multiple wicks as support from our March all-time high that broke. It even was tested one more time in June before breaking lower, rejecting. So support flipped to resistance, tested lower support. Coming back up to test that as resistance again would be pretty classic. Be a pretty solid move, actually. Let's get in a little lower. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. You're coming with us. You're coming with us, trade. Boom. Daily resistance there. Broke above your local day. You've set a higher high. You've set a higher high and a higher low. You're uptrending. Cool. You've retraced. You've broken past the 236. Market Cipher B is not too keen on this, though. RSI is still problematic. Wait, what? Son of a bitch. It's just moved. Oh, well. Dude, is it just me? I think I've asked this a few times. Has TradingView changed something about the undo, like Control Z? Because lately, I'll do like Control Z and it used to always just undo whatever the last action was. Now it seems to like not undo certain actions, and that is not the same as it used to be. I don't know. Keeping that same stop at 34 cents, you get a 6-to-1, 8% drawdown versus 48% upside just to 55 cents. Of course, you can drag that down and do whatever you want. I don't ever encourage anyone to copy my trades blindly. Just take whatever value you can from them. Without the market moving, I don't know how confident I am to target higher moves than that 56 cents. But if you are bullish and you are confident, 71 cents doesn't look too bad, or 618 retracement, potentially even back to $1. If everything else heats up, $1 is not a bad target. The macro of this chart is not terrible either. I do kind of like the macro of this chart. Finding resistance again at $1. Oh, wow. Your measured move is going to be crazy. This is the last thing I'll move on. I know not everybody is looking at AIOZ or whatever. But your measured move here is going to be bonkers. So look at this. Let's invert the chart. People seem to see things easier with an inverted chart. Dollar support, double bottom, moved to its all-time high upside down. Lost it. Fell back down to that $1. This looks like it's going to be a weak high. This looks like it's going to push down further. And we can infer here that that means it's likely to push higher at some point here. Using our fib tool, a lot of lines here now. Using our fib tool, look at our 1618 on this. That's wild. Connecting our all-time high to our bear market low. Boom. $21. Not impossible. Not impossible. If it continues to break up though, I would likely be looking for this more local extension at $2. And that would be a pretty slick trade. Maybe $2 back to $1. Then maybe you see it make a move to $5. I like this chart. I'm just not sold on the short-term continuation. You might come down and run some stops here and such. Cool. Cool beans. Did we get new subscribers? I see some new subscribers. Who's here? Who's new? Anybody new today? There's not a lot of new viewers. I see Amit Tiwari subscribed. Hesh Tree subscribed. SMJ Creation subscribed. Dracula subscribed. Dracula. King of Vampires is here. Nice. Bachiradab subscribed. Not a lot. If you're here and you do subscribe, you'll make this little counter spin and I'll shout you out. It's a pretty sweet deal. It's pretty sweet. Pretty good offer. We can page through some more. I saw Vet. Let's do Sol BTC for Bad Baptist, then we'll do Vet. Sol BTC. And now I have a chart for this too. I have admitted on multiple occasions that Sol BTC and even Sol ETH, I'm more bullish on them than Sol USD, which I'll admit also makes no sense. Doesn't make any sense. But it has held up extremely well against the big boys in the space. This is Sol against Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. It looks like in March, actually. In March, almost, basically, retested its all-time high against Bitcoin. It has held sideways since then. I don't love that it is holding sideways below resistance. You could describe that as distribution, but almost everything else is just nuked. So relatively, this is showing strength. And that could imply that it's going to break it and move higher. Not many coins have ever done it, though. Not many coins have ever really pulled this off. Our 1618 extension should be like 0.24. Wow. Currently at 0.6. That'd be like a 4x. I'm definitely pulling this up. That's weird. Why is this different? Oh, because it's market caps. Oh, whoa. Whoa. That's, I mean, it makes sense logically, but whoa. Market cap, it has retested its all-time high. Actually against Bitcoin, so in dollars, like Sol dollars versus Bitcoin value, it has not. It's doing the same thing, holding sideways there, which is not really surprising. But a little bit less bullish take there. A little bit less. Not doomium, but a little bit less spicy. You do have a flat support, like I said, being tested over and over again. Hopefully not distribution. If it is distribution, if we are going to see this sell off against Bitcoin, which would be honestly in line with almost every other all we've ever seen. 001, not only a psychological number, but a 618 retracement of our move since the lows in 2023 to our highs this year. That could definitely be a play. In fact, I may look to pick up some Sol with BTC at 001. You can see that happening. As a bonus, I'll throw this in. This is why I was kind of rambling. So this is also going to be caps. This is also going to be caps. Sol versus ETH market cap showing more strength in the Bitcoin. It broke its all-time high and is now bouncing on top of it. I don't like multiple tests of support, but it is on top, which is actually a really important distinction versus the Sol BTC market caps that were underneath resistance. This could be viewed as accumulation, and we may see Sol market cap versus Ethereum move to its 1618, which would put it at half the market cap of Ethereum. Now, it gets tricky because Sol has created so much more supply over the last few years that the dollar value of this isn't going to be as reflective, and the Sol ETH actual pair won't be as reflective. But it may look for that 0.5. And what was really cool is when we first looked at this, the measured move is the flippening, which is wild. The measured move from all-time high to bear market low is always possible. It's always a logical place to look. It's never guaranteed. But this chart does, in ways, suggest that Sol will at least look to trade at half the market cap of Ethereum, if not match it at some point. Wild. Not guaranteed, but wild anyway. What else was I looking at? Lion wanted VET. Let's look at VET quick. Gotta start typing in USD because now it's selecting these freaking market caps instead of coins. We had some great trades on VET this year. It's not looking quite as great anymore. Let's go to our old analysis. Check ICP Pokemon enthusiast. All right, I'll check it after this. I'll check it after this one. VET, we caught it on the way up. We had some awesome trades on the way up off of 19 or 1.9 or 2 cents. Off of 2.5 cents to 5. And now it's trapped us back down. We got stopped out on our most recent came just shy of 1.9 cents. So that's still a higher low versus November of last year. Kind of a good thing here. It's retaken that 2.5 cent mark. Let's make this smaller. I'll clean it up after the stream. Retaking that mark. Coins chick gifting the memberships, darling. Thank you. How you doing? You doing bad. 0.5 retracement, 3.3 cents. This is also, I'll say, a meaningful recent resistance. Many tests on the day. You broke. You didn't come back to it. So here we are, back testing previous support as resistance. If VET rejects, I could see this play. There may be another entry at 2.7-ish, 2.5-ish, whatever this is, right? It'll be different across exchanges. Because we saw resistance popped through, you may see that tested as support. So I think that suggests we could trade this at 2 different ways. We could look to take a short from 3, it's like 3.1, 3.4, something like that, down to that target. This is if you're feeling bearish, if you don't think the rally is going to continue. Could take a short to that point. And from that point, then you could make a corresponding long. The stop's a little weird. I'm going to place it underneath this low. You can retarget that 5 cent target, that 5 cent level. 5 cent level. 50 cent level. 5 cent level. I think that's pretty clean. This would be a nice, healthy way to climb. Yeah, I like it. Look at the day quick. Little swing rejection on your RSI in the day. I like that. RSI became overbought, moved back to the overbought level, rejected, moved higher. That's a nice bullish signal. Money flow is slowly rolling over on market cipher B. Slowly. We have higher lows, higher highs on this negative money flow. But it's just not saying imminent boom quite yet. Weekly may be looking for that imminent boom though. Money flow almost to 0. That is a higher low. That is an uptrend on the week. I like that. I'd still be looking for 2.7. I think that's a classy trade. Hella classy trade. Thank God this didn't happen. If VET had lost 2.7, if it had rejected and been unable to close above, you would have been back to your range lows. And in fact, you might have been back to like a penny. But it didn't. Closed above. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on 2.7. Peanut butter jelly time. Who wanted ICP? UCP. Look at that. Every time I type it in now, it's bringing up the market cap first. It didn't used to do that. I'm always looking for these crypto indexes because they have more history. There we go. Last time we looked at ICP. Nice. I'm glad. Thank you for making me look good, my friend. Last time we looked at ICP, we were looking for the 618 retracement. Money in the bank. Money. $6.50. Bam. Held unstopped. Right here. Trend is changing on LuxAlgo from red to blue. That's a nice little sign. Nice little bonus. While that's technically already filled and ended, 1290 on the weekly time frame, 1290 does look juicy. So for ICP, a close above, we'll call it $10 this week, but it really is $9.75. A close above that level, going to be looking for a move to 1290. The issue there is there's a lot of resistance. You tested this on the week forever, finally rejected. Finally rejected. Came lower, bounced, close above 10. I'll be looking for 1290. That's like a 30% move. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Ooh. I almost want to say if ICP today closes above 970, 975, that it might be looking for that 1290 target. I like this break. I like this resistance to support flip. I like the trend turning green up here on LuxAlgo. That's gorgeous. These money flows on the day, though. I have not seen one chart today where the money flow on the day didn't look like crap. Like it's like very slowly rolling over. Incredibly slowly. That's a beautiful trade. Well played to anyone who took this ICP trade. Not only are you a solid trader, but you're a great Tom Crown analysis reader, man. This was solid. Monthly resistance, bear market low, ugly monthlies, rejected, boom, right back to that monthly resistance as support. Let's see what happens up here. If ICP can retake its highest point this year, $20, I'd be looking for 46. This is it. This is really the last resistance. You do have local resistance from this year's price action. It's like just under 20. But if you break that, all you have left is like 43 to 60, this monthly order block up here. The rest of this, inefficient, right here, matches our high. Inefficient, right here. Inefficient price action. Low. Let's see what happens. I like that. I'm setting an alert at 1290. Nice chart. I kind of was rolling my eyes. I was like, I bet it's still selling off. I was wrong. It's good to see some stuff moving like this, though. It's good to see some alts getting some solid bounces. It is a healthy sign for everything else. It's crazy how Bitcoin's at all-time high and alts are all barely off bear market lows. I mean, that is how it's kind of how it happens, though. You tend to see, at least in the previous cycle, Bitcoin rallying first, alts playing catch up, and then basically Bitcoin puts in its all-time high, and alts don't get the memo until later, and they go to new all-time highs while Bitcoin begins retracing, and before you know it, we're in the bear market. Let me look at corn here. I don't like this low time frame stuff down here. I don't like under 50 RSI. It was doing such a good job remaining above 50 RSI on our 5-minute. It's looks like right here. 815 UTC. This is this low seems to have kind of killed its short time frame vibe. Short time frame momentum, we'll call it. Ooh. It's getting very tight. Ooh. I might have looked at this at the exact right moment. Give me a little bit to confirm this, but I might be sensing maybe an imminent rally? Question mark. I was just talking about the weakness there, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at all these time frames just at the same point. They're all like lining up. The stars are getting in line. Even the hourly down here with the VWAP coming up. Bull div if the low's in here. If the low's in here for the day, we are going to go back to our range highs much faster than I expected. Much faster. Definitely too early to tell, but kind of liking what I'm seeing here. Two, three, six, higher low, retest, higher low. Where are we at this way? Six, one, eight. Interesting. We might go back to 65 too, like in this stream. That's spicy. Let's see. All right, let's I'm gonna not look at this because it tends to do better when I don't look at it. What other charts? Gold Soul. Here we go. Fat red candle. Yeah, I opened in our opening today. Talked about the dollar losing multi-month support here, given strength to crypto. Send us your energy, dollar. Go to zero. FTM, GME, GALA. Mylan, you have been asking about GALA all stream, and yeah, I'll pull it up for you. Let's see. Has this even like turned over this stream? I think we were at 117,444 when we started. I'll show you guys some insider data when I'm done. When I'm done with GALA. That won't shock you, but it's just cool data nobody else gets. 2.1, 4, 7. Kind of like VeChain a little bit with the low, the rally, then the break of the low. 2.1 shows up on every time frame. I better hope it holds this low. If GALA loses this support, it's cooked. It looks like a 50% dump, like on a good dump, 50% dump. If it loses 2.1, maybe 2.8. Maybe this could be done. I'm not touching this. I don't like this chart as much. This might be able to be done though. 2.1 to 4 cents. That's actually a very solid upside. What I like about this trade potentially is like, say you see this, is that it's betting up, but it's maybe betting on the potential bearish outcome. This doesn't look like it's going to fill. It looks like it's not going to fill, or it fills and it just gets stopped. But still a decent trade. Still has potential. Daily looks even worse than most things. There you go. I can see that. I'm probably not going to take it. But I can see it. You can see it playing. Put this in the... put this in the VIP trades. They get all the in-stream trades and more, and you can get it for free if you just sign up with any partner in the video description below. That's all you have to do. INJ. Okay, is it pumping? People were losing it. INJ. I'm going to pull up the old chart for INJ. No, we got stopped out. So, because we got stopped out, I feel like that was the bottom. The world revolves around us, guys. Don't you know that? It revolves around our stream. That's so poopy. It's like not even $1 stopped out. Money flow in the week showing some signs of happiness. Finally, a chart with decent daily money flow. The only one we've seen. Weird. Does look a little extended. But, I mean, if we're going into the full bull, things will look a lot extended. A lot of the time. Just got to get used to it. I could see in the shorter term, INJ looking for 30. Our little move right here, 1618. Measured move. I mean, these TPs, this trade is still banging. The stop was just too low. It was too conservative. $30, 35, 50, I think are the targets, man. I wouldn't chase this up though. Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Go ahead, Bitcoin. I'm not watching. I'm just coming over here to get a little indicator. Not looking at you. $30. Send it. Send INJ to $30. That's my opinion. Just do it. It's looking for that 200-day. Question is, do you get the 200-day and then move down? Or do you pull back from 27, move down, and then move to the 200? Both of those would be great. They'd both be really solid technical moves. Take it. I'll take it. Depends how this plays. Oh, wow. Crazy risk to reward still. All right. Well, despite it getting stopped out, I still like this play. I like the 200 coming on down to that $30 mark. I like that our measured move is there. I like it all. This is a good chart. The daily, this is the first chart that the daily money flow doesn't look like crap. Like, weird. It's weird. Yeah, your 50s right there, right where we're looking for that reentry at 24, 25. This might be we might have caught a good one, honestly. Throw these back on. That chart is busy as hell, I know. So busy. Let's see, CoinGecko. WorldCoin. WorldCoin. RINJ, ICP, XRP. We've looked at a lot of those. I'll pull up World. This isn't right. That's right. That's not right. Oh, NFTs? What? What did I just find? WLD, not WRLD. Just do Binance. There it is. 230. Man, 231 is probably the entry. I don't like this lower low, but if WorldCoin holds this monthly, if it doesn't close the monthly below 232, 480, 450, $5 looks on deck. Hopefully I had this placed somewhere. I'm not going to leave it here because I'll think that I placed it then. Hopefully I have this placed somewhere on the real chart, but monthly resistance, support, higher high, you fell. There you go. I mean, that's just a brain dead trade. Just look at the monthly. Oh, IOTA. Why does this look different? Oh, Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm still not looking. Got a reversal, so let's throw our fib up. 450. Send it to 450. There you go. WorldCoin. I ain't getting my eyes scanned for this. R. AR. Pirate coin. I don't think it's pirate related, actually. Kind of ugly. $15, 10, clean numbers. 20. The real PG, my guy. Thanks for subscribing. You're like one of 4 today. Desperate times. We're here through the thin and the thick, baby. I'm glad you found us. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed, be like the real PG. Follow their example. Okay. How do you guys feel about this one? I think I'm looking at some kind of broadening thing, which I don't necessarily like to see here. You have untested support at $10 and at $15. If this doesn't break and move back to its all-time high, you're probably coming back to pay some of this. Back to the piper down here. You can see like that. Not getting a good read on it. We've been live an hour and 20 minutes. Probably boring you guys. I know, music. I forgot about music. I promised you we'd have music. I'm sorry, Ace of Hearts 420. I lied to you. I forgot. Can I look at Digibyte? All right. Yeah, we can look at Digibyte. What's up, Webby? What's up, Webby? I'm just gonna pull it. Wait, what? DGB. Oh my Digibyte. Wow. Okay. Digibyte, you just look like a weaker Litecoin, which is saying something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests to 0.006 cents on Digibyte. You almost had an uptrend. Low, higher high, higher low, higher high, then you lost it. Back to that support. You could say that 0.006 would be a potential great long position to take on DGB if it retests, but as much as I do like Digibyte, I still got a bunch of it. As much as I do enjoy it or whatever, not hate it, I don't know if I'd want it. I don't want it. Like, another monthly test of 0.006 is just too sketchy for me. Too sketch. 1 cent above you. 1.5, 1.58. I think 1 cent is a very reasonable target. I don't know where the entry would be, though. Maybe a little higher. Nah, just going with 1 cent. Go with 1. Prove me wrong, Digibyte. I'm still holding you. I'll hold you even if you go to 0. I don't care. But wow. You just can't catch a break. Keep going, Bitcoin. $1 cent. There you go. I mean, even if you don't reject from here, if you don't reject from your 50 daily, man, 1 cent. If it rejects from here and you get a higher low, there's a trade. That's about it. Or do you want a little higher? 20. You see that also. Either way, 1 cent's a target. The entry is hard, though. I can't really divine out of the cards a great entry. I can see someone like this playing out and being successful. Back to a penny. You can break a penny, you know the deal. Then you continue upward. I want everybody really quick to double check they've liked and subscribed to the stream, that they've joined the Discord, that they've at least looked at the links in the video description below. Take a peek. They're things you're using anyway, exchanges, etc. If you use my link, it helps support the stream. Doesn't cost you anything. It's better than using some big channel that makes millions and millions of dollars a year, scamming their audience. When you sign up with their links, they get that little revenue share. You can help us out. I appreciate it, but you'll get free VIP access in our Discord. So you get an extra value there. And you know what? We're going to be live again on Friday. This is a sleepy Wednesday, guys. I think we see 65 to 73 today. I think we see it at some point. One thing I didn't look at that we'll wrap it up with. Daily open 65K. This is going to be our little battleground if we do see Bitcoin reach up like I was, let's say, noticing kind of midway through the stream. This is going to be the battle zone. The battle zone. The battle zone. Breakthrough there, and I mean the rest of the week, right? The rest of the week we could see this continuation. Don't lose sight that all we ever do is go up. A lot of the time it doesn't feel that way, nor is it literally that way, but over time all we do is go up. This little blip is nothing. It's nothing on the radar. Nothing has changed. We've broken an all-time high this year. No one knows how long we'll stay sideways, but it's likely not as long as you think it is. We'll be live on Friday. I hope you guys tune in then. Maybe we'll have a little more hype. Maybe I'll be feeling a little bit better. I feel like crap. I love you all, fam. We'll do Jupe on Friday, Hardick. Sorry about that. And Jasmine. But I'm done. My voice is going. We got places to be, people to see. I love you.